Hi, everybody. Welcome back to my closest friend. It's Tyler. I am super excited because we have a really interesting person on the podcast today. He's kind of a household name, this is obviously very exciting for us to get to sit down and talk with him, especially after some logistical issues with previous episodes and previous guests. Basically, this man reached out to us and said that he was ready to tell his story and to get vulnerable on the mic today. And us at My Closest Friend, we were really honored by that and by him sort of selecting our platform to be the platform for him to platform his vulnerabilities and spread his side of the story with the world. He did have one caveat. Sorry, Caitlin Heads. That he would not like to be interviewed by a woman just for personal reasons. And so that's something that we respected. And so Caitlin is not here today in the studio. But I think, without further ado, it's a guest who honestly needs no introduction. You all know it already from the title of the recording. Everybody, welcome to our guest.
No. Hello. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thanks so much for coming on. Do you want to sort of introduce yourself and why you're here today?
Yeah, of course.
Even though I said you had no introduction, but it's just good to over-communicate.
Right, and thank you for that, Tyler. I'm Knox Wolfe, as you all know, and I'm here to tell my story. Sorry, I'll take off the shades.
For our audio listeners, Knox was wearing sunglasses.
Right. I'm ready to tell my story because, Heated Rivalry is getting a lot of attention, right? And those two boys are really out there, and they're making their rounds in the media. And I was gonna sit quiet, but after the Golden Globes, I just feel like I have to come out and say that I was cut from Heated Rivalry. And
right.
I was cut because of the limp dick decision to take out the thruple plotline.
Wow. I mean, this is revelatory. I know that, we've all been watching Heated Rivalry. We all saw what went down at the Golden Globes.
I haven't been, personally. After the first episode, when I noticed that all of my scenes were cut.
So you shot scenes for Heated Rivalry?
I shot every scene.
So I didn't know this, Knox. I was under the impression that you were written out of the script, but you filmed your sequences and everything.
I was in every scene you saw.
Yes.
I was in, and they digitally removed me.
Are you kidding
cropped
me?
The frame.
Jeez, so you were just, so the two are going at it, right? And you're just right off to the side.
Or just right behind, or right below.
Right.
But top, they're just...
On top ever, or no?
Yeah.
Okay, wow, everywhere.
In the middle. Well, I guess they cut the ones with the...
That must have been a hard move for them. But who knows? On generative AI...
Yeah.
They could have filled in some sequences for sure. So, wow, exactly. So you were up in Canada filming all of this. Can I ask a little bit about your character? You mentioned, as a member of a throuple, what was your character's name? Was he a hockey player himself? Some other kind of athlete?
Yeah. Well, My name was Brit Man.
Brit Man, good.
And I was a hockey player as well. It was actually, I mean, you may be noticing my American accent.
I am
from America, but I learned a British accent for this show.
Wow, so Brit Man was British.
Man was British. Brit Man was British, and
is his first name Brit, or is that just his ethnicity?
Brit is his first name.
Right.
Man, spelled with 2 N's, is his second name.
Got his surname.
Surname, exactly, and so they were always, you know, going at it, and it's Hollander and Rosenoff and Man.
And I can see how well that fits into that dialogue. It actually gives like a rhythm to it in a way that it doesn't have otherwise.
Right,
which
exactly.
leads you to wonder why they would cut probably such an integral character from the show. I mean, I imagine that there's a lot of, you know, comedy even to have been found in you know, saying, oh, I'm not having sex with women, I'm having sex with man. That's funny. Like, that would have been good writing.
It would have been. I promise you it wasn't a line. But you also wouldn't have seen that line even if it was, because they would have cut it out of the dialogue. Yeah. And, you know, it's been tough because they didn't warn me.
So did you went to stream the show You Are American, so on HBO Max, and
I went on HBO.
And you turned it on, presumably.
I turned it on, and I don't know if you've watched the show, but in the first scene, Ilya's smoking a cigarette outside the ice rink.
Right.
Shane comes up to him to introduce himself.
This is good for our listeners who haven't.
And then Britt comes up and asks to bum a cigarette off of Ilya. So it's right there. It's right there in the first scene where I realized Britt's not here.
Right. And can I say, if I were you, I would have kept watching, because I would have just been confused and like and been like, maybe they cut me there, and then, you know, you get to the next scene.
Well, you know, I tried. I kept watching, and the only times you even can catch a glimpse of me is
interesting.
Me quickly skating by in the background. They essentially made me into a background character.
So you're still in the background of some hockey scenes?
A couple.
So you're British. So in the scenes where Russia and Canada are playing against each other, how did Brit Man work?
Well, I'm not in those scenes.
Okay, but you're in the other ones.
Well, in some of the ones where it's like the teams are just kind of playing each other.
Right. Yeah.
Well, here's the thing, right? And this is the thing people don't understand, is in a throuple, especially a hockey-playing throuple, where each man is on 3 different teams, right? And this is something that we've, like, discussed in intense detail at Table Read.
Yeah.
But it's like, if 2 of them are playing each other, like, the third one's gonna come watch.
Oh, totally. Yeah, in the stands.
So... Right, so
that makes a lot of sense.
In the scenes that they kept, I'm in the stands, but we shot other scenes with different combos of Britt and Shane playing each other, or Ilya and Britt playing each other, but they've only kept in the Shane and Ilya moments.
Can I ask, were you involved at all in the smoothie subplot?
See, that's an interesting question, because, people have been referring to that as a bottle episode. Right,
they have.
As something where the 2 leads, right, what should have been 3 leads, but the 2 leads don't come into the show, into this episode, and we're following different new characters for a little bit. And what's interesting about that is actually in the original script and in the version that we filmed, that wasn't a bottle episode, because Britt bridged
the gap between the 2 couples.
Between the 2 couples.
So Britt was also a part. So you're saying that was all. They're also a throuple in the original version.
Well, so no, but
okay.
Britt and the guy. I can't even. Whatever, the hockey guy.
At a certain point,
used to bang.
Oh, he's the ex.
Exactly.
There's a whole nother layer of drama to this now.
Exactly.
That is just not present in the show as is.
Right. And so I couldn't believe... So then, I stopped watching after the first episode because I'm pissed and I'm confused. But then I start hearing tale of this bottle episode, third episode. So I go to watch it.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, how did Britt get cut from this too?
Yeah, how did we get here? Where this
Because I'm thinking, I guess, even if I'm not involved in, the Ilya Shane of it all, couldn't I have still been the bearded guy's ex?
Yeah. Yeah.
They didn't want that, apparently.
And that's what I was gonna segue into. Do you believe this was a targeted hit out against Knox?
Yes, I do.
Okay, interesting. And would you like to elaborate on that?
I absolutely would. And that's why I came to your platform, because I felt like, people need to hear about this.
Right. And my closest friend is a place where quote unquote canceled celebrities can speak their case and hopefully win back the favor of general audiences who have been unjustly tricked into believing that you're not worthy of their time.
Exactly, and that's what I deeply appreciate about this space, and why I wanted to specifically do my tell-all here. Mm-hmm. But yeah, honestly, if I'm being honest, no one has spoken to me since rapping, and so I don't necessarily have a concrete, verified explanation for me being cut. If I had to
speculate,
guess, right, the best hypothesis I have right now is that I would have been the most famous, and I think that that Hudson and Connor just couldn't handle that, and I think that they must have found some kind of way to sabotage or to talk to studio heads about the implications of a throuple in a moment when that's not necessarily the mainstream.
Not at all. Yeah. Right.
And I would speculate as well that perhaps the gayness of it all is already a lot.
A little much.
And so if we did a
polyamorous
gayness, it might be too much. But I would also speculate that
let's keep speculating.
Thank you, because I've had a lot of time to think about this, and I've come up with a lot of different theories. And kind of the one that really sticks out to me the most is that there were women on the set.
There were.
And a lot of the women...
mom character.
Right, and also just kind of behind the scenes. A lot of the production... I don't know.
Craft services.
They were just inviting a lot of women into the space, I think, because it was a gay thing, and so they, inclusivity kind of continued outwards towards the and so I think, while we were on set, a lot of the women loved the Ilya Shane storyline.
Right.
They were just grasped by it for some reason, in a similar fashion to how audiences seem to be reacting now.
Right.
And I kept hearing these whispers around set and about people discussing that my character felt quote unquote unnecessary, or quote unquote unromantic, or quote unquote outside of the scope of what's needed to tell the story.
Right. Like a third wheel, perchance?
Right. But what's interesting is it didn't feel like that when we were shooting it.
Do you think that these women were put off by your policy in your leader to not have to interface with women?
I mean, it's possible. But I think what people kind of are getting, what they got wrong about that, and I can't blame them for this, they're just simpler.
Yeah.
Right. But, like, what they didn't understand about what I was doing is, as a straight man myself, and I'm willing to say that, right? You know, Hudson and Connor haven't said that yet, but I'm a straight man, and I'm willing to say that.
Yeah.
As a straight man, like, women are, like, for my life, but I like to separate work and pleasure, right?
Of course, yeah.
And also, going into this, I knew I was going to be doing gay stuff. And I thought, if I'm going to be doing gay stuff, I should be surrounded by all men. Because what would a gay man want to do? Be around only men. Naked. So I thought to myself, exactly. And the thing is also that I think a lot of people are... kind of jumping at the personalities of these men. But nobody's talking about how the actor who played Britt, Knox Wolfe, who I guess they don't know because I'm not in the show, but what people don't realize is that I method acted the shit out of that character.
Wow.
And those boys were goofing off and laughing off on set, and I was there and I was Britt the whole time.
And, like, I really as one artist to another, like, I really respect that. And, like, you know, I think people in the industry largely know, like, Knox Wolfe takes this very seriously. I was talking with people at the Golden Globes who are sort of relevant figures in the industry.
Right.
And, you know, because Caitlin and I were nominated for Best Podcast. We lost to Amy Poehler, but Amy's a good friend, and she's a real sport, and, like, it's nice.
I wanted the Smart List boys to win.
Right, and this is, and any award to any of them is like an award to us, basically, because, like, just something to, like, prop up the podcasting community is like so helpful to the health of the industry in general. So, like, super congratulations to all of them. Knox, I know you were not at the Golden Globes because of being cut from the show.
Right.
But I was talking to people in the industry just about you because, you know, you just come up in conversation. And I was...
Thank you.
And I was really amazed by how much respect people have for you and for your craft, artistically, and your work as a real actor. You know, not just like a fake actor, like so many other people are. And I have to say, like, you know, with does that knowledge that you prioritize craft, does that give you any solace during these sort of difficult career hiccups?
You know, on the one hand, yes, because I can go to bed at night and say to myself, you're a real artist, right? But on the other hand, no, because no one knows who I am.
Right.
And I didn't go into acting to be a nobody.
Of course. But you are well known. I mean, you have some other franchises under your belt.
Right. I guess the hard part is that
everybody knows you from the deleted scenes from the Harry Potter movies when you were just a kid. Right. When it was Harry, Ron, Hermione, and Brian.
Right.
Which, ironically, you played an American exchange student at Hogwarts.
Exactly.
During those. Now you're playing a British man on television, except not anymore. Ironically, I guess you also were cut from a Heated Rivalry in the same way you were cut from the Harry Potter movies. But that's become a bit of an urban legend, right? So people know you, and, you know, from that as well.
Right. I guess it's it's tough, right? It's tough for anyone to navigate being a child actor in the way that I was a child actor. And I think the thing that people don't really understand is, like, I was in every single Harry Potter movie.
Yeah, of the Harry Potter
I mean, I was in the first one, and then I went to the premiere, and I realized I wasn't in it. Right. And then they were like, don't worry, though. Brian's going to be in the second movie. I shot the whole second movie, go to the premiere. Brian's not in the second movie. I come to the third movie. Brian's not in the third movie. I mean, it just kept going, but every year I went back.
Right.
And I shot a whole movie.
Every single time.
Every single time. And what gets me is that only Deathly Hallows extended cut was released. So people only know about Brian in one film. And even in the extended cut, they cut all of my scenes but one.
And the one famously is, do you want to say it?
The Big Quidditch Cup.
The Big Quidditch Cup. Where Voldemort knocks you off your broom and you fall 45 feet to your death and explode upon impact with the ground.
Exactly. But some people have called it the most emotional scene ever seen in an extended cut
version of a movie. So then that actually brings up sort of my next question, which is, are we thinking potentially that there will be an extended version of Heated Rivalry where we can see Brit man? Or, do you think that any friction caused on set kind of puts the kibosh on that?
Right. So the thing is, I came here today to give you the scoop, right? And that's what I'm going to do.
That's exciting.
I've been in contact with...
Who?
The show.
Right.
Everyone over at the show. I got in contact with them, and because I heard that season 2 was coming out, and I was like, oh, okay, so I imagine that you're going to want me back. Brit Man's probably going to make an appearance, at least in season 2, if you felt that it was too little, too much for, too little, too late, but too much for season 1, obviously Brit Man can come in for season 2.
Yeah.
And so I emailed to just make sure that we were all on the same page, and they actually told me that that wasn't gonna happen. And when I threatened to sue them, they said that because they paid me for season 1, what I was promised, there's nothing to sue over.
Wow.
And then they also pulled up this contract where I had signed, and they highlighted the stupid fine print where they said we're allowed to remove you if we want to, and we don't have to tell you, and as long as we pay you, you have no grounds to sue us, and this whole thing. I mean...
Everyone's trying to get one over on you, in this industry.
And people may say, and I want to get out ahead of this, people may say, didn't you learn from the first time? Why didn't you check the fine print this time after everything that happened to you on Harry Potter? And you know what I say?
What do you say?
I was a child then, and my parents were reading the contract.
Right. And now your parents are not reading the contract.
No. I read the contract. Well, I didn't read the contract, but no one ever reads the contract.
So this is a fool me once situation.
Exactly. This is not fool me twice, and I'm really I fear that people are going to make it.
It's shame on them.
It's exactly shame on them. If they get me another time,
different
then
conversation.
It can be shame on me.
Yeah, of course.
But we're not there yet.
We're not.
The first one was shame on my parents.
Right.
And trust me, they have shame.
They're ashamed.
They left the country. They were so ashamed.
Where'd they go to?
Hawaii.
Beautiful. Well, Britt, all of us who are fans of your movies, we don't want to see you quit, right?
Right.
Do you feel emboldened by this experience, or are we thinking maybe let's join mom and dad overseas in Hawaii and
that's what they want.
Hang it up.
They want me to quit.
Yeah.
and I'm not gonna let that happen. Right. That's not the Knox Wolfe way. Mm-hmm. My last name is Wolfe for a reason, and it's because I'm a fucking alpha.
Right.
And I'm going to continue to be. And, I said I was coming on this podcast to give you guys the scoop, so I'm going to give you the scoop. I'm actually working on a documentary about my experience.
Wow. Do you have a working title?
Cut.
Oh, that's really good. I would have
said... The Knox Wolfe story.
I would have said, like, Heated Rivalry, the Knox Wolfe story, but that's really good, too. You can take that title if you want.
I don't want it.
Okay.
I'm 100% Knox Wolfe. I
right.
do what I say. I do what I want. It's me.
The alpha.
The alpha. Knox Wolfe. And I'm going to explore a little bit of the Harry Potter days as well on there.
So it's like a career retrospective.
Exactly. And I'll get into the whole Heated Rivalry situation of it all, and I'm also just going to explore it's going to be kind of about those two things, and then the latter half is going to be 50 of my best monologues.
That'll show a lot of casting directors, I can imagine.
Right.
What you've got. Mm-hmm. Are you going to touch on the DUIs, or no?
Okay, so I know I don't have a manager or an agent or a publicist or whoever would normally tell you to not bring up certain stuff.
Manager, I hardly know her.
You should cut that. I don't think we
should. You don't want to talk
about
the 4 DUIs.
I don't want to talk about the 4 DUIs, if you can believe it.
Okay.
And the documentary will not be discussed.
And you don't want to talk. That. So just because I'm going to cut all of this before we post it.
Yeah.
So I figured let's do it right now. Let's just get it off the table. Not talking about the 4 DUIs.
No.
Not talking about the 17 months in jail.
No.
Okay. Not talking about the airplane crash.
Oh my God, no.
Not talking about the arson at the zoo.
No.
Okay.
Don't mention the armed robbery. I swear to God.
That was the other thing. Mm-hmm. Okay. So
but those were all but people don't understand. And cut this.
It's getting cut
because I've never said my motive, and I've also never admitted to any of this.
Okay, so fine.
I always said not guilty, because you can do that. Did you know you can just say not guilty? More people should be using this. Anyway, here's the thing. I'm going to tell you my motivation, because we're doing a tell-all, but you can't tell all to your audience about this.
Yeah,
okay?
This is just like get this off the table so we can get back to the intimate
Great,
stuff.
because I'm feeling close to you, Tyler. I'm feeling close.
Knox Wolfe,
you're my closest friend.
Thank you.
You are my closest friend.
That's really sweet. Thank you.
You're number one. That's it. Okay, let me tell you. This is my motivation. Those are 9 offenses. Well, right. No. The jail time, that came with one of... So that's 8 offenses.
8 offenses.
Count on your fingers how many movies of the Harry Potter series I was cut from.
7.
Wasn't the last one 2 parts?
Yeah, but you were in it for a scene, remember? The Quidditch ball.
Okay, so I guess I didn't have to do my armed robbery.
But 1 season of Heated Rivalry.
Yeah.
So it's fine. It's back
up. That one I haven't been caught for that one yet.
So we did another offense.
Well, count on your fingers how many episodes of Heated Rivalry there are.
6. Wow, really? And they haven't. They're not even on your trail.
Not yet.
Okay. Good for you.
You know, I've upped my game. I'm not a kid anymore.
Yeah. No, you're not. You're an adult actor now. And a real one.
Exactly.
Well, that's good. Okay, we can the rest of this will be on the record, I guess.
Yeah, we can go back to that.
We'll just keep going.
Just keep that one to yourself.
No, I will. So, Knox Wolfe, you were cut from 6 episodes of Heated Rivalry. If you had to kill 6 people, who would you kill?
Robert Pattinson.
Okay.
Because I feel like people always talk about his cameo in Harry Potter.
Yeah. It's like, doesn't deserve that.
Exactly. I don't even want to say their names, but the two boys.
The Heated Rivalry. Right, from the show. Yep.
Right. Jeremy Allen White, because he beat me out for the bear.
Got it.
I sent in a fire self-tape for that. And it's ridiculous they didn't even give me a call back. Stole it right out from under me. It would have been perfect.
You would have.
Everyone says I look like I could be a chef. My mom's always telling me I could be a chef.
And you have a whisk tattooed on your forearm.
Yeah, exactly. Because honestly, in all the hard times, baking has gotten me through.
Do you think that's going to be in the documentary?
Yeah, probably.
Cool. That's really cool. Okay, and we have 3 more people you need to kill.
No, we have 2 more.
You did. Sorry, I'm losing it.
Yeah. It's hard because there's so many women.
Right, on the earth.
Mm-hmm.
Who were the 3 loudest, do you think?
Well, I guess Amy Poehler. She's winning that talking award.
Thank God. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
It's hard because they're all so loud.
Right. It's like trying to judge which star is brightest.
I don't need any of them, but honestly, a model woman in my mind, for especially quietness levels, would be Melania Trump.
So we would keep Melania.
Yeah, get rid of the rest.
Okay, good. That can count. Melania and all of the rest, one save, the other you all kill. That's fine. That's the answer to the question. That was just a fun hypothetical, anyway. So.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, awesome. Well, I guess that's it for this interview. Do you have anything you want to leave all of us with, Knox, or?
Follow me on Instagram at the Knox Wolfe __ 2001.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yep.
You can follow me on TikTok at whatup Knox Wolfe _ 2001.
Mm-hmm.
And if you have any projects that you want me to star in, my email account is 2001knoxwolfe@gmail.com.
Can I ask what year you were born in?
2001.
Got it. Okay. Thanks so much, Knox. That's all we can... Oh, Caitlin, hi. No, you can't come in right now. I'm still talking to Knox.
Wait, he's still here?
Yeah, he's still here.
Okay, I can, are you guys, like, wrapping up?
We are wrapping up right now, but he doesn't want to talk to women, remember? So just...
Okay, sorry.
I mean, sorry about that, Knox.
Cool. We can stop recording now, but I just gotta wait for my, I'm gonna have to call an Uber.
Okay, that's fine. You don't have a driver or anything?
No. And I don't have a car.
Perfect. Okay, all right, I'm stopping the recording now. So, everything's also off record now. If you... are interested?
Only time will tell. The documentary, I think, will explain everything else.
Got it.